The mind repeats what the heart believes. Until you change the memory, you cannot change yourself. Carl Jung. The memory pattern that quietly builds confidence or self-doubt. There is a moment, so subtle it rarely announces itself, when confidence is born. And there is an equally quiet moment when self-doubt takes root. Neither arrives with thunder, neither asks for permission. They slip in through memory. Picture this: a child standing alone on a school stage, heart racing, hands trembling, eyes scanning the crowd for reassurance. The performance ends, the applause is scattered. One voice laughs, another claps, one face looks away. Years later, the body remembers before the mind does. Or imagine a late night, an adult alone with their thoughts, a simple task undone, a promise broken to oneself. No one sees it, no one comments, yet something inside tightens, a silent conclusion forms. This is who I am. Confidence and self-doubt are not built in moments of triumph or failure alone. They are constructed in how the mind records those moments. Here is the paradox that most people never question. Two individuals can live the same experience, yet one becomes empowered and the other becomes diminished. Same childhood, same setback, same heartbreak, same loss. Different inner narratives. This is not motivation, this is architecture. Because deep beneath conscious thought, the human mind is not merely remembering, it is patterning. It is weaving meaning into experience, and those meanings silently shape posture, breath, voice, ambition, intimacy, wealth, health, and destiny itself. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you rise or fall to the level of your internal memory patterns. Ancient sages knew this long before neuroscience gave it language. The Stoics whispered that events are neutral, but judgments carve destiny. The Buddhists spoke of samskaras, mental impressions etched by experience. Modern psychology calls them neural pathways, emotional conditioning, subconscious scripts. Different languages, same truth. Your confidence is not a personality trait. Your self-doubt is not a flaw. They are both learned memories that have been rehearsed until they felt like identity. And the most dangerous part? Most of these memories were never consciously chosen. They were absorbed. Like ink bleeding into paper, moments soaked into the nervous system when you were tired, young, vulnerable, or alone. The body remembers tone before words. The nervous system remembers safety before logic. The soul remembers meaning before facts. This is why you can know you are capable, yet still hesitate. Why you can see opportunity, yet feel unworthy. Why success can arrive, yet peace remains absent. Because the mind is not asking what is possible, it is asking what feels familiar. And familiarity, no matter how painful, often feels safer than the unknown.
Confidence is not loud certainty. It is quiet permission. Self-doubt is not humility. It is inherited hesitation. And both are reinforced every single day by the memories you revisit, reinterpret, or unconsciously replay. Here is a truth few achievers want to face. Your inner dialogue is not happening in real time. It is happening in echoes. Echoes of teachers who misunderstood you, echoes of parents who were overwhelmed, echoes of lovers who withdrew, echoes of moments when effort did not equal reward. These echoes shape how you show up in your body, your shoulders, your breath, your gaze. They shape how you speak in meetings, how you ask for love, how you price your work, how you train your body, how you recover from failure. Your health reflects whether your nervous system feels safe enough to thrive. Your finances reflect whether abundance feels familiar or threatening. Your relationships mirror whether intimacy feels like home or danger. Your career reflects whether leadership feels natural or forbidden. All of it traces back to memory patterns. And here is where the cosmic truth enters. Memory is not a static archive. It is a living energy. Every time you recall an event, you re-author it. Every time you interpret a moment, you strengthen or soften its emotional charge. Neuroscience confirms this. When a memory is recalled, it becomes temporarily malleable, open to modification before being stored again. The sages would call this alchemy. Modern science calls it reconsolidation. Different languages, same doorway. Which means the past is not controlling you. Your relationship to the past is. Confidence emerges when the mind learns to extract wisdom without re-inflicting pain. Self-doubt persists when memory remains fused with emotion. One is integration, the other is imprisonment. This is why some people turn pain into purpose and others turn it into paralysis. It is not willpower, it is not talent, it is not luck, it is the pattern. And patterns can be seen, patterns can be interrupted, patterns can be rewritten. But first, they must be understood, because the mind does not sabotage you out of cruelty, it protects you out of loyalty. Self-doubt once kept you safe from rejection, from humiliation, from disappointment. Confidence once felt dangerous because visibility invites risk. The nervous system does not care about greatness, it cares about survival. And until safety is redefined, the past will keep negotiating your future. This channel exists for those who feel that tension, those who sense there is more within them but feel an invisible hand holding them back, those who have achieved externally yet feel unfinished internally, those who are awakening to the truth that inner mastery precedes outer mastery. You are not broken, you are patterned, and patterns respond to awareness like shadows respond to light. As we continue, we will explore how memory becomes identity, how confidence is trained quietly, how self-doubt is inherited invisibly, and how you can begin to shift the internal architecture that determines how you move through life, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. Not through force, but through understanding. Because when understanding arrives, effort becomes lighter, action becomes aligned, and confidence stops feeling like something you chase and starts feeling like something you remember. There is a silent agreement most people make with their past without ever realizing they signed it. The agreement says, what happened then defines what is possible now. This agreement is rarely spoken. It lives beneath language, beneath logic, beneath conscious choice, and yet it governs behavior with astonishing precision. The mind, at its core, is not a truth seeker. It is a prediction machine. Its primary function is not to ask, what do I want? It asks, what is likely? And likelihood is calculated from memory. Every experience you have ever had is quietly ranked by the nervous system according to emotional intensity. Moments charged with shame, fear, rejection, or surprise are tagged as important. They are stored not as stories, but as signals. This is why you can forget entire years, yet vividly remember a single sentence spoken in passing. Why one glance can linger longer than 1,000 compliments. Why a childhood moment can echo louder than adult achievements. Emotion stamps memory. Memory informs expectation. Expectation shapes behavior. This is the unseen equation behind confidence and self-doubt. Confidence is not positive thinking. Self-doubt is not negative thinking. They are predictions based on past emotional data.
When the body predicts safety, confidence emerges naturally. When the body predicts threat, hesitation appears. This is why affirmations often fail. The conscious mind repeats, "I am capable," but the body whispers, "Last time we tried, we were hurt." And the body always speaks louder. Ancient wisdom understood this long before psychology mapped it. In Taoism, they spoke of Wu Wei, effortless action that arises when inner resistance dissolves. In Stoicism, they trained the mind to separate events from judgments. In Vedic philosophy, memory impressions, vasanas, were seen as karmic grooves shaping perception and action. Different cultures, same insight. You do not experience reality as it is. You experience reality as your memory patterns expect it to be. This is the great illusion, the illusion of control versus surrender. Most people believe confidence is built by control, by forcing courage, suppressing fear, dominating uncertainty. But forced confidence is fragile. It collapses under pressure because it is built on tension. True confidence is surrendered clarity. It arises when the mind no longer argues with reality, when it stops fighting past experiences and starts integrating them. Integration is the bridge between illusion and truth. Illusion says, "I must become someone else to be worthy." Truth says, "I must understand who I already am." Self-doubt thrives in fragmentation. Confidence grows in coherence. This is why clarity is more powerful than motivation. Motivation is emotional fuel. Clarity is structural alignment. When the mind sees clearly how memory shapes reaction, the spell weakens. Here is where neuroscience and mysticism quietly shake hands. Neuroscience tells us that repeated emotional patterns strengthen neural pathways. The brain becomes efficient at replaying familiar responses. Mysticism tells us that energy flows where attention goes. Again, different language, same mechanism. Attention revisits memory. Memory reinforces identity. Identity directs action.
This loop runs automatically until awareness interrupts it. And awareness is not effort. It is observation without judgment. This is where the unseen becomes seen. The moment you notice a pattern, "I always hesitate before speaking. I always downplay my success. I always expect rejection," you are no longer fully inside it. You are standing at the edge. And at the edge, choice returns. But most people try to skip this step. They rush to confidence hacks, mindset tricks, performance routines. They build on unstable ground. Because self-doubt is not a lack of courage. It is a surplus of unresolved meaning. Meaning attached to memories that were never metabolized. Think of a memory like undigested food. It sits in the system, fermenting, distorting energy. The body compensates, tightening, avoiding, overachieving, pleasing. This is why high performers often struggle internally. They succeed around their wounds, not through them. And success without integration is exhausting. True mastery comes when memory is no longer a threat, but a teacher. This is the shift from control to surrender. Surrender does not mean passivity. It means releasing the fight against what already happened. When resistance drops, energy returns. This affects everything. Your health improves when the nervous system no longer lives in hypervigilance. Your relationships deepen when past betrayals stop negotiating present intimacy. Your career accelerates when fear of visibility dissolves. Your finances expand when scarcity memories lose their grip. Your parenting transforms when you stop unconsciously passing down unresolved patterns. You stop reacting. You start responding. This is inner leadership. And it begins with a single realization.
You are not reliving the past. You are interpreting it again and again. Interpretation is power. The same memory can produce shame or strength. The same failure can breed avoidance or wisdom. The same pain can become a wound or a doorway. The difference is not the event, it is the lens. And lenses can be changed. Not by denying pain, not by spiritual bypassing, but by allowing awareness to soften emotional charge. When the emotional charge fades, memory becomes information instead of identity. And when memory stops defining identity, confidence becomes natural. Because confidence is not believing you will always succeed, it is trusting yourself to meet whatever arises. That trust is built when the past no longer feels like an enemy. In the next section, we will step into deeper symbolic narratives, mythic stories that mirror this inner process, stories that speak directly to the subconscious, where logic cannot reach, stories that reveal how memory becomes destiny and how destiny can be rewritten.
Before memory became data, before psychology named its mechanisms, before neuroscience traced its circuits, human beings told stories. Stories were not entertainment, they were maps of the inner world. Because some truths cannot be instructed, they must be experienced symbolically. So let us step into a story, not as fiction, but as mirror. There was once a wanderer who lived at the edge of a vast desert. Each morning, he walked toward the horizon, carrying a satchel filled with stones. Some were smooth and warm, others were sharp and heavy. He never questioned the weight. He had carried them for as long as he could remember. When asked why he carried them, he would say, "These are my memories. They keep me grounded." But each step grew heavier, each breath became shallower, and the horizon, no matter how long he walked, never came closer. One evening, as the sun bled into the sand, the wanderer collapsed. His knees met the earth, his breath broke open. From the silence emerged an old sage, cloaked in starlight and dust. "Why do you suffer?" the sage asked. The wanderer gestured to the satchel. "Because I am weak." The sage smiled, not with pity, but recognition. "You are not weak," he said. "You are loyal." The wanderer did not understand. The sage reached into the satchel and lifted a stone. The moment it touched the air, the wanderer's body flinched, his chest tightened, his breath paused. "What do you feel?" the sage asked. "Fear, shame." "And what is the stone?" the sage asked. The wanderer stared. Images flickered. Childhood laughter turned cruel. Effort dismissed. Love withdrawn without explanation. "It is a memory," he said. The sage nodded. "No, it is a meaning you attached to a moment." And in that moment, the wanderer realized something profound. The stones were not memories, they were conclusions. Each one whispered a belief: be smaller, do not risk, visibility is dangerous, love is conditional, success invites loss. He had been carrying not the past, but the lessons he never questioned. The sage then did something unexpected. He placed the stone back into the satchel. "Do not discard it," he said. "That would only make it louder." Instead, he asked the wanderer to sit by the fire. As the flames danced, the sage told another story. He spoke of an alchemist who sought gold in the mountains. For years, the alchemist failed. Every experiment collapsed into ash. Eventually, despair took hold. One night, the alchemist dreamed of fire speaking. The fire said, "You fear me, so I burn you."
The alchemist awoke in terror, but with clarity. He returned to his work not with force, but reverence.
He stopped fighting the fire. He listened to it. And in time, the fire transformed not only metals, but the alchemist himself. The gold was not the goal. It was the byproduct of understanding. The sage turned back to the wanderer. "Your memories are like fire," he said. "Resist them and they scorch you. Understand them and they illuminate." The wanderer realized then why confidence had always felt elusive. He had tried to outrun his past, to dominate it, to outgrow it. But memory does not dissolve through conquest. It dissolves through comprehension. This is why so many people oscillate between confidence and collapse. They build towers on foundations that are still shaking. True confidence emerges when the past is no longer suppressed, but integrated. The sage invited the wanderer to open the satchel again. This time, something strange happened. As each stone was held near the fire, it softened, edges smoothed, weight shifted. Some stones cracked open, revealing light inside. The wanderer wept, not from pain, but relief. He realized that memory was never meant to be carried endlessly. It was meant to be processed, like breath, like grief, like growth.
The stones did not disappear. They transformed. And as they transformed, the wanderer's posture changed. His spine lengthened. His breath deepened. His eyes lifted toward the horizon. The horizon moved closer. This is how confidence is born, not from forgetting, but from reframing. Now consider another story. There was a mirror hidden deep within a forest. Travelers who gazed into it did not see their reflection as they were, but as they believed themselves to be. Those who carried shame saw distortion. Those who carried fear saw fragmentation. Those who carried compassion saw clarity. One day, a seeker approached the mirror, hoping to see truth. Instead, the mirror showed weakness. The seeker recoiled. "This cannot be me," he said. But the forest whispered, "This is how you remember yourself." Memory is the mirror through which you meet the world. If memory is saturated with unexamined meaning, reality appears hostile. If memory is clarified, reality becomes spacious. This is why two people can face the same challenge. One rises, the other retreats. One sees threat, the other sees initiation. And initiation is the language of growth. Every breakdown is a threshold. Every wound is a teacher. Every memory holds either a chain or a key. The difference lies in awareness. This is not about reliving pain. It is about retrieving wisdom. When memory is honored, it stops demanding attention. When memory is understood, it stops controlling behavior. The wanderer eventually left the desert not because it changed, but because he did. He no longer walked toward the horizon carrying his past. He walked with it, integrated, softened, illuminated. And with each step, confidence followed, not as arrogance, but as grounded presence. Because when the past no longer pulls you backward, the present becomes lighter. In the next section, we will bring these symbolic truths into practical life: money, relationships, leadership, health, decision-making. We will explore how to work with memory patterns in the real world, without force, without overwhelm, without spiritual bypassing. Symbol becomes power only when it enters practice. Wisdom that stays in story remains poetic. Wisdom that enters daily life becomes transformative. So now we bring the fire down from the mountain. Now we ask, how does this actually change the way you live? Because confidence
is not something you think about once. It is something you embody repeatedly. And embodiment begins where memory meets action. 1. The body, where memory first speaks. Before a thought forms, the body responds. Shoulders tighten, breath shortens, jaw clenches, gut contracts. This is memory in motion. The body does not remember events, it remembers states. If you grew up needing to be alert, your nervous system learned vigilance. If love felt unpredictable, your body learned tension. If success was followed by criticism, your body learned restraint. So the first practical integration is physical. Each morning, before you check your phone, check your breath. Ask silently, does my body feel safe right now? If the answer is no, confidence cannot emerge, no matter how motivated you feel. Safety is the soil. Confidence is the flower. Simple practice. Place one hand on your chest, one on your belly. Breathe slowly until the exhale becomes longer than the inhale. Let the body know it is not under threat. This is not relaxation, this is reprogramming. Over time, the nervous system learns a new baseline, and when the baseline shifts, behavior follows. Your health improves, your energy stabilizes, your presence deepens. The body stops bracing, life stops feeling like a test. 2. Decision-making, separating memory from intuition. Many people confuse fear with intuition. They say, something feels off, when what they mean is, this reminds me of a past wound. Memory is reactive. Intuition is responsive. Memory pulls you backward. Intuition moves you forward, calmly, quietly. Before any significant decision, career move, relationship choice, financial risk, pause and ask, is this reaction familiar or fresh? If the feeling is tight, urgent, or catastrophic, it is likely memory speaking. If the feeling is grounded, neutral, and clear, even if uncertain, it is intuition. This distinction alone changes lives. People stop abandoning opportunities that stretch them. They stop repeating relationships that feel familiar but unfulfilling. They stop self-sabotaging under the illusion of being realistic. Confidence grows when decisions are made from presence, not past injury.
3. Money and work. Rewriting scarcity memories. Money carries enormous emotional memory. For some, money equals safety. For others, it equals conflict, guilt, or instability. If you witnessed stress around finances, your nervous system may associate wealth with danger, even if consciously you desire abundance. This creates a paradox, wanting more while subconsciously resisting it. The solution is not hustle, it is reconciliation. Notice how your body reacts to earning more, charging more, being seen more. Do you feel expansion or contraction? If contraction arises, ask, what memory is being activated? Not to judge it, but to meet it. Confidence in finances grows when earning feels safe, not just smart. When money stops threatening your identity, abundance becomes sustainable. 4. Relationships, ending emotional time travel. Most relational conflict is not happening now. It is happening then, projected onto the present. A partner's silence triggers an old abandonment. A friend's tone awakens childhood shame. A boundary feels like rejection because it once was. Confidence in relationships is emotional maturity. It is the ability to stay present when old memories knock. Before reacting, pause and ask, how old do I feel right now?
If the answer is younger than your current age, memory has taken the wheel. Ground yourself in the present. Feel your feet. Name what is actually happening. Presence dissolves projection. And when projection fades, intimacy deepens. Love becomes a choice, not a reenactment. 5. Leadership, parenting, and legacy. Breaking the chain. Whether you lead a team, a family, or yourself, memory shapes how you wield power. Unhealed memories create over-control or avoidance. Integrated memories create steadiness. Ask yourself, am I responding to this moment or repeating a pattern? This question alone can stop generational transmission of fear, shame, and silence. When you integrate memory, you no longer pass it down unconsciously. You pass down wisdom instead. This is legacy, not perfection, but awareness. 6. A daily integration ritual. Simple, powerful. At the end of each day, reflect on one moment that stirred discomfort or hesitation. Ask 3 questions. What happened externally? Facts only. What did I feel internally? Emotion. What meaning did I attach to it? Story. Then ask gently, is this meaning still true? This practice dissolves emotional charge over time. Memory softens, identity loosens, confidence stabilizes. Not as bravado, as trust. Confidence is not built by becoming someone new. It is built by no longer being ruled by who you once were. In the final section, we will weave everything together, memory, meaning, embodiment, action, into a closing initiation, a moment of integration and invitation.
There comes a moment, quiet, unannounced, when something inside you shifts. Not because life suddenly becomes easier, not because fear disappears, but because you finally see the pattern. And once seen, it can no longer rule you in the same way. You began this journey believing confidence was something to build, something to earn, something waiting in the future. Now you understand something deeper. Confidence is something you recover. It is what remains when memory stops arguing with the present. Self-doubt was never your enemy. It was a guardian, formed in a time when protection mattered more than expression. It learned its role early. It kept you safe when you were young, sensitive, uncertain, and alone. But seasons change. What once protected you may now be restricting you, and wisdom knows when to thank a protector and release it. The mind does not need to be conquered, it needs to be heard. When memory is acknowledged, it loosens its grip. When meaning is questioned, identity softens. When the body feels safe, confidence rises without effort. This is the great integration. You're not healing to become worthy. You are healing to remember that you always were. Every breath you take in awareness is a vote for presence. Every moment you choose response over reaction, you reclaim energy. Every time you meet a familiar fear without collapsing into it, you rewrite the pattern. And slowly, quietly, life responds. Your posture changes before your thoughts do. Your voice steadies before certainty arrives. Your actions align before motivation appears. This is embodied confidence. It does not announce itself. It does not perform. It simply stands. In your health, it feels like vitality without tension. In your work, it feels like purpose without urgency. In your finances, it feels like sufficiency without fear. In your relationships, it feels like closeness without self-betrayal. In your spirituality, it feels like connection without escape. This is what it means to live from integrated memory. The past no longer pulls you backward. The future no longer intimidates you. The present becomes spacious enough to inhabit fully. And from that space, clarity emerges. You begin to choose differently, not because you are forcing change, but because the old choices no longer make sense.
That is transformation. Not dramatic, not performative, but irreversible. So as you leave this reflection, carry one question with you, not as pressure, but as permission. What memory is asking to be understood, not fought? Sit with it, breathe with it, let it soften. Because on the other side of understanding is freedom, and freedom is the quiet confidence of being at home within yourself. If this stirred something within you, carry it, reflect on it, live it. Subscribe and return often. Every word here is designed to awaken the clarity and power already within you. This is not the end. This is the beginning of your next chapter.